She don't want that. She wants the next big rapper. She trying to get Drake. What's up, all my aliens? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Naya, and here we talk all things the beauty, lifestyle, and commentary. So hit the subscribe button down below because I know you're gonna want to come back for more videos. Trust me. Now, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, today we're talking about the most iconic and probably most influential TV show in reality TV history, Flavor of Love, y'all. Flavor of Love was just like my introduction to ratchet television. Like, I think I was probably about 13, maybe 12 watching this show, just like, you know, they wilding on here. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about season 1, episodes 1 through 3. I'm breaking this down into 3 parts because there's 10 episodes. So this is part 1 of the show, and we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into this video. All right, so honestly, as of someone who's learning to vlog better and just start creating more, the cinematography of the intro to this show is top tier, y'all. Like, they got the whole little like B-roll thing going on in the beginning of the episode. If I can find it, I will put it on the screen for y'all.
Inside this Hollywood mansion, 20 women have gathered because they all have one thing in common: their love for one very special man.
But they were really coming through with the B-roll. And after that, like, it was actually low-key giving Bad Girls Club before Bad Girls Club. So Bad Girls Club was giving Flavor of Love. But yeah, y'all, so we are started off with meeting Flavor Flav and all these stories about his horrible dating life and his horrible past, and about we meet his ex-wife. Not physically meet her, but we get like a little introduction of her. And let me zoom in my camera, hold on. All right, so then we meet Flavor Flav, like I was talking about, in his past, his relationship past. And then we meet the 20 women who are going to be competing for his love. And as the camera is like panning over the girls, I'm just like, none of y'all are here for love. Not one single one of y'all. Because one, y'all are all like 20 something years old. There's no way y'all find Flavor Flav attractive. You guys are literally all here to boost your TV careers, and there's literally no way a single one of y'all is on here for love. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. But then after we meet the girls or whatever, Flavor's like, all right, now go inside and find your beds, your rooms. Mind y'all, there's 20 girls in this house and there's only 15 beds. And they be doing that on purpose because they want to see some girls fight over beds. They want to see like who's gonna be catty enough to like claim their place in this house. Like, that's what they live for it. They truly live for it. Sorry, it's getting hot up in here. Oh my gosh. And I just love how they always be fighting for rooms, only for when the show to go on. They just hate their roommates after that. I'm just be like, yeah, see, they be doing this on purpose. Absolutely. But now moving forward, we get the girls' nicknames. And if I'm not mistaken, Flavor of Love was the first love show to do this. And so I'm gonna tell y'all all the girls right now. We got Oyster, Apples, Smiley, Goldie, Sweetie, Cherry, Bubbles, Peaches, Georgia, Pumpkin, Picasso, Dimples, Hoops, Sirius, Shells, New York, and Rain. And there's a couple more girls that I missed. Like, for some reason, they did not show all the girls getting their names. Maybe this is too much to show like 20 different girls. So they gave us a good like 15. But yeah, we see those girls get their nicknames or whatever, right? And one girl in particular, Flav could not name her. It was Shells. He was like, the whole time. And Shells is just sitting there like, Okay, like something wrong. And I was dying because she just looked mad boring. Like, when they do the casting for these, I'd be like, how did they pick these girls? Because this girl looks like I don't even know what. And then as I was also watching, I was like, some of this gotta be acting, because there is no freaking way these girls really be acting mad cheesy like this. There's no way. Some of these people in this house gotta be paid actors to just come on real quick. Like, they know they're gonna be going home at some point, so they just gotta come on the show real quick, show out, show face, get a little exposure, and go home. There's gotta be. And so of course, you can't have a reality show without your token Karen. Like, yo, we got our token Karen on this first season. I never peeped this stuff when I was like 13 years old, but we got a Karen on here. Apples decides to use her opportunity in the confessional interview to state that she's a little worried about how ghetto things are gonna get. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is a whole Karen. Like, she even had a Karen hairstyle. Like, look at her hair, y'all.
I thought I might not fit in with the other women. I wasn't sure how ghetto some people might be, you know?
Straight up Karen. And I was like, yeah, this girl is not about to be well liked. I don't know if any of the girls ever saw her confessional after the show, but child. Alright, so then the girls, they start meeting Flav, and the first two girls they show is Pumpkin and New York. And I'm just sitting there watching like, yo, the irony of these two being the first two girls to meet Flavor Flav together, because y'all will see later why this is so ironic later in my series. But yeah, very, very amusing. And now I see that they be doing this stuff on purpose. But as we continue on, we now see Flav is having a one-on-one time, or like quick little chatting time with, what's her name? Sweetie. And she almost got herself sent home because she was over there talking about Flav's sexual life, claiming he's just so old. And I'm like, maybe you're just really, really young. Like, you guys are in your like 20s trying to date this 50-year-old man. It's a little crazy. And I'm still in my head, I'm like, none of these girls are here for love. There's no freaking way. I refuse to believe, like, I still stand on that till this day. None of those women were in there for love. And you can't convince me otherwise. Not a single, not even New York. None of them. They just wanted some exposure on TV. You're 20 years old and you're offered a reality TV deal. Why would you not go? It's just a fun opportunity. That's it. It's not nothing serious. It's merely that, an opportunity. And even with that being said, one of the girls named Sirius, she comes in with a whole portfolio, bro. A modeling portfolio. And I'm like, yeah, see, this girl, at least she told the truth when she told on herself when she first got in, because some of these dating shows, they don't be finding out until they're already in love with these girls that they only came for their like modeling careers and whatnot. So at least this girl made it clear that, hey, this is my portfolio, you should take a look at it. And that's literally what she said. She's like, I brought my portfolio for you so you can look over it. And I'm like, did you come for Flav, or did you come to be a video girl? Because choose one. All right, so another girl on the show that I believe gotta be a paid actor is Goldie. Because Goldie, yo, Goldie's personality is wild. That same night after they just got there, they're getting drinks and alcohol and all types of stuff served. Goldie just passes out. Legit passed out, then wakes up a little bit, throws up all the champagne. There was only champagne. It ain't like they were sipping on like some strong vodka or something. They're drinking champagne. So how much champagne you gotta drink before you start throwing it all back up? So she literally throws up all the champagne, and then boom, back to normal. She was hype. It was as if she didn't even drink anything at all. I was like, bro, this girl gotta be paid actress. Cause how she bounced back like that? I never seen nobody in my life bounce back like that before. Like legit ever That was wild. That was too good to be true. But now we get to eliminations, y'all. And these are the 5 girls who stayed at the house. Hottie, Serious, New York, Smiley, Peaches, Latin, Hoops, Dimples, Apples, unfortunately, Oyster, Georgia, Sweetie, Pumpkin, Rain, and Goldie. And then the girls who got sent home were Picasso, Smokey, Cherry Bubbles, and Shells. And you know what? I ain't even mad at it because they barely had any type of like real chemistry with Flav. So them going home did not faze me, not one bit. I actually kind of forgot that a couple of them even existed. So apparently Flav did too.
God bless you.
I just don't understand. I don't deserve it. I'm like way better than half those chicks that he kept here, and I just am so upset.
Y'all, it is hot in here. This is wild. But let's get on to episode 2. We learned right out the gate, put my mascara on yet, that 5 girls are gonna be getting sent home later that day. And I was screaming because New York came down the stairs. Like, nobody likes New York because she doesn't want to be friends with them. Like, that's literally why they're mad. They're mad because New York does not want to make friends with them. She doesn't really care to engage when they talk to her. She's very like short and she's not there for y'all. And they're mad about that. So when she comes down to the kitchen, because they had been talking trash about her, she told everybody, she was like, oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Not you, you can choke.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Not you, you can choke.
And she's saying that to Rain, like, because Rain was talking mad trash about her. So right off the bat, Rain gets upset and New York was like, I'm gonna play a mind game with her. I'm gonna be rude to her and see if she lets me get under her skin. And I'm just like, oh gosh. Then we got Miss Latin in the corner on the phone calling her ex-boyfriend, y'all. Calling her ex-boyfriend, who she broke up with a week before she got to the show. And I'm like, yo, this girl is a hot freaking mess. Literally a hot mess. You broke up with your man a week ago and now you're here trying to be with Flav. Mind you, isn't the auditioning process like longer than a week? It's like some months. So therefore, you was planning on coming to see Flav. So you was planning on cheating on your man with Flav already. Like, this is how I know these girls came for the publicity and not for like actually to be with Flav. Cause this girl's calling her boyfriend and I'm just sitting here like, dang sis, you chasing 2 men? 2? So then they get in the van and go see Flav, who has told them to put together an activity for a speed dating challenge. Basically, they get 10 minutes with him and they gotta impress him. And so on the way to the speed dating challenge, New York, they asked New York, oh, how you feeling? And she was like, you know what? I got a lot on my mind, so I'm gonna choose not to speak. And this causes a huge fight. Like, they just let New York get under their skin so bad. And I'm like, New York thrives off that. She is being petty and y'all are just feeding, y'all eating it up. You're losing your cool because when it gets back to Flav that you lost your cool, guess who's going home? You! Because you let New York get to you and now you look stupid. How do you like this brown eyeliner? I don't typically wear brown liner, but I was like, let me try it today. This look is giving fall vibes right now. Just wait until you see the lip. It's definitely giving fall time, Halloween. But yeah, y'all. So they're in the van fighting. New York and Rain are in the van freaking arguing with each other now. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, these girls, they really be letting New York just eat them up for dinner because that's really what she be doing. She just be being herself and they get mad. They really be getting mad that she don't want to talk. That should be good for y'all. And so unfortunately for them, after the speed dating thing happens, the winners were New York, Smiley, and was it Miss Latin? New York, Smiley, and Latin win the speed dating challenge. And as y'all know, freaking Latin be chasing her boyfriend around. She did not deserve to win that, but whatever. But the girls go back to the house and still proceed to fight. Like, it's crazy. They still continue to fight. Now it's Pumpkin versus New York. And Pumpkin, come to find out, Pumpkin is our token homophobe this season, y'all. The token homophobe. You know, there's always gonna be one racist and one homophobe. Sometimes the racist is the homophobe, you know, it's a two-in-one special. But this season, we get one racist and one homophobe. And Pumpkin calls New York a transvestite. And I was just like, whoa, we've gone a little far. Because are you trying to call Flav gay too? Because Flav likes New York. So what are you trying to say, Pumpkin? What are you trying to say? And the whole time I'm just like, New York is not here to be friends with y'all. Isn't that the whole point of the show? Like, you're supposed to be there for love. If you make a couple friends along the way, okay, cool. But like, you're not there to make besties. You're there to find romance. Get over it. She don't want to talk to y'all. Exclude her then. Move on. It shouldn't bother y'all this much. This is how you know they're dumb young, that they're like early 20s. Because early 20s, some things be acting mad stupid like that too. Mad immature and childish. And then what irritates me even more about this whole ordeal is that Pumpkin had all this energy for New York. But as soon as Flav came down the stairs and was like, yo, what's going on? She burst out in tears. She literally bursted out in tears, crying, using her white woman tears to be victim. And I was just like, wow, is Pumpkin a Karen too? Like, dang. She attacked New York and then she went crying to Flav as if New York attacked her. Like, you are a certified psycho. And New York, she just walks past all calmly as Pumpkin is still crying. And Flav is like, what's going on? She goes, nothing, I'm gonna give my cigarettes to smoke. And I was crying. Cause Pumpkin was still sitting there, tears in her eyes, like, she don't wanna be friends with us. And Flav is like, okay. And I'm like, are y'all forgetting that Flav is a 40-year-old man? He does not care about this drama. And that's why I was like, yeah, this is very childish, very stupid, very trivial, arguing over nothing. Like, legit arguing over nothing. Except for that New York don't want to be your friend. Get over yourself. But then again, there's really some girls in the world that's not used to people not liking them. And it's like, I find that very hard to believe for Pumpkin because she is not a good person. Like, I'm sorry, but no. She is not. At least on this show, she wasn't. And I also want to know, how much money did this dude, Big Rick, get to be Flav's butler, chauffeur, bodyguard, watching over his room every night? Like, how much did Big Rick get paid? Hopefully he got a hefty check because he was following Flav around non-stop and had to wrangle all these women. No. Give my boy some extra pay right now for me. Just for me watching this back. Give Big Rick another check. Oh, so then we get back to Miss Latin, who is confronted by the girls about her situation at home. And she tries to downplay it, saying like, oh, nothing's going on. But they already know better. And that's when we have our girls, New York and Hottie, gossiping about Miss Latin. It then gets around to Oyster. Oyster goes and tells Flav. And I was just like, oh, shoot. Oh, freaking shoot. And so with that being said, the girls who stayed that night was Sweetie, Serious, Smiley, Peaches, Hoops, Goldie, Hottie, New York, Pumpkin, Oyster. And the girls that went home was Latin, Rain, Dimples, Georgia, and Apples. And I was so happy to see Apples go because I was tired of her racist behind. Even though she didn't say nothing else, I was still like, This girl needs to go. I just didn't like her from day one, so I don't appreciate you thriving off of this black man's television show when you think it's ghetto. It's so ghetto, then leave. Or you're scared of how ghetto it's about to get. You should never came then, because I know you don't like Flav. We all know that. Alright, y'all, I finished my makeup kind of early, but I'm going to talk about episode 3 because we still got to get into it. So episode 3, half the girls are asked to get dressed and get ready to go out and meet some of Flav's old friends, and they're all like getting cute and suited and booted up. They're thinking they're going to meet Public Enemy, because if you don't know Flavor Flav, he was in a rap group of Public Enemy, and yeah, they think they're about to go meet Public Enemy and they're about to be entertaining them, and I'm just like, no. And even then, I'm like, if y'all know you're going to go meet some rappers, but you're here for this one rapper, why y'all dressed up like that? Because y'all all looking for whoever you could grab. It doesn't matter if it's Flav, if it's one of them, if it's Chuck D. Y'all all just want a rapper. That's it. Because y'all 20-somethings just chasing a bag. But anyway, they end up pulling up to this retirement home, as in old friends. They pull up to this retirement home, right? And Flav's in the car watching, and things just start to get wild. And it's crazy because one of the most iconic scenes from this part is when New York is asked by this old lady to put her teeth in, and New York's like, I'm gonna find someone to come do that for you. I'll be right back. And she just walks outside. She leaves the lady. She doesn't even find anyone to help her. She just leaves the old lady there and goes outside smoking a cigarette. And Flavor Flav was like, get back inside. What are you doing? Like, hello, I'm watching you. And she's like, oh shoot, and runs back inside. I was weak, so weak. But after all that, we skipping a few parts. I'm gonna put my setting spray on. Skipping a few parts after that, we get to New York and the girls at the house, right? Chilling and talking. New York's jacket has been missing for like a couple days now. And she remembers this girl, Hottie, saying in the previous conversation, if it has to come down to it, she will take people's stuff, she will destroy people's clothing, their property, whatever. So New York's like, let me ask her if she see my jacket, because she's the only one who has said something like that she would play dirty in the competition. So New York goes up to her and she's like, did you see my coat? Did you take it? And she's like, no, I didn't take your coat, whatever. And then an argument starts. Because mind you, no one likes New York anyway. So Hottie is, she a little crazy. So they start arguing or whatever. And this is when we get the iconic video meme. Beyonce, you look like Luther Vandross.
Oh, you see me coming. Guys, I'm just jealous because all of my friends that know me tell me that I remind them of Beyonce. So you can all...
Beyonce, sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that an ugly ass bitch like this would even say that. Oh my God, are you insane? Beyonce? You know who you really look like? You look like Luther Vandross.
And I was crying because every time I see that scene, I just be laughing because Hottie don't look nothing like Beyonce. Her personality is not like Beyonce. Nothing is like Beyonce. So what are you talking about, girl? Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And honestly, I was like, at this part too, I was like, this show gotta be scripted some way, somehow, because ain't no way it's this funny. Like, it is truly, like, what's what I'm thinking of? This is a gem. This is a comedic gem right here. Flavor of Love, amazing. And so the other half of the girls that we didn't see yet, they have to go put together a party for Flav's friends, some of his people. Now he pulls up at they pull up at a children's birthday party or something like that. So a children's party. There's mad little kids everywhere running around, screaming, going crazy, acting wild. And he's trying to see like who could be the best, because he said he wants like 4 more kids. He wants 10 kids in total, whatever. But all the girls are trying to wrangle these kids. One kid, so nasty, throws up all over Goldie's chest and arm. And I was just like, ew. But then Goldie was reacting so well. She was just like, I know how you feel, kid. I know how you feel. And they show a flashback of her throwing up off all that champagne. And I started dying because I'm like, yo, the script. This gotta be a script. Because there's no way. There's no freaking way. But right after that party, we get back to the house and we find out that Red Oyster is being a spy for Flav apparently. And she goes to Flav. And because Sirius, her magazine, she brought a magazine, you know, she brought her whole portfolio. She also brought a magazine with her to show the girls, like her pictures, her modeling pictures. And so Red Oyster goes to Flav and is like, yo, I'm letting you know now, Sirius is not here for you. She's just here for her modeling career. She's trying to further her status or whatever, which was probably true because Sirius was 23 years old and Flav was 46. And Sirius was a baddie. You think Sirius wants to play with Flav? She just wants the people who he's connected to, who he knows. She don't care about no Flav, that old man compared to her. She don't want that. She wants the next big rapper. She trying to get Drake. But she gets ratted out by Oyster and they go to the elimination. And this is where we see who gets to stay, which is Pumpkin, Smiley, Goldie, Hottie, New York, and Hoops. And the two girls who went home was Sirius and Peaches. Honestly, I didn't know anything about Peaches from episode 1 to now, so she just had to go. Like, I didn't know nothing about the girl. She was probably just there as a seat filler, to be real. But yeah, this is where we end episode 3. And I'm sorry, but this show is wild. This show is real wild. And I might even do season 2 also because that one's even wilder. But anyway, this was season 1, episodes 1 through 3 that we're breaking down today. And that is where we're gonna end it. Before we end this video though, let me know in the comment section what was your favorite reality show and who was your favorite girl on this show. If you watched Flavor of Love, who was your favorite girl? Mine's New York, obviously. That's New York. You need to give New York her flowers because she is the queen of reality TV. She pretty much started the whole extra personality. Like, the girls were trying to compete with New York and they couldn't, and they still can't, and they never will. But she was the #1 like diva, crazy diva on reality TV. And that's what I'm gonna say about that. You could argue it yourself because that's my opinion. New York is it. That's it. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. Join the Alien fam. We're on the road to 1K. Let's make this happen, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, get locked in. Also give the video a thumbs up and hit the like button because it's super helpful for me and pushes me into the algorithm. So do that for your girl as well. Follow me on my social media. It's gonna be right here across the screen for you. Connect with me. I do connect back, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.